Good morning, boys and girls. For today's ELA lesson, I will be sharing with you a Reader's Workshop lesson. Today's objective is students will use clues from the words and the pictures of a text to infer how a character is feeling. Readers, I am so excited. Today is the first day of our new unit. This unit is all about characters. We're going to meet some fun characters during this unit. The first story we are reading is called Charlie and Mouse. Who do you think the main characters will be? Well, if we look at our title, we could think that our main characters are Charlie and Mouse. And if we look at this picture, I see two boys. I wonder which one is Charlie and which one is Mouse. We're going to read to find out. When it comes to fiction stories, you probably already know that the author shows us how our characters feel. Our characters might feel excited or sad or scared, just like when we have the same emotions sometimes. Today and next week, as we read our book, we're going to map out these different feelings. We'll look for clues in the words and the pictures to help us understand how a character feels. And each time we notice a strong feeling, we'll write it in here on our map. Ready to read? I have a read aloud of our story, Charlie and Mouse, to play for you.
Hello friends, Mrs. Skillet here. I have a story I would like to read today. The title of my story is Charlie and Mouse, written by Laurel Snyder, illustrated by Emily Hughes. Lumps. Charlie woke up. There was a lump beside him. He poked the lump. The lump moaned. "Are you awake?" Charlie asked. "No," said the lump. "I am sleeping." "How can you be sleeping?" asked Charlie. "You are talking." The lump stopped talking. Charlie poked the lump again. "Get up," he said to the lump. The lump did not get up. "Get up," Charlie said to the lump. "Today is the neighborhood party." "It is?" asked the lump. "Yes, it is," said Charlie.
I'm going to stop our story right here. How do you think Charlie is feeling right now? How do you know? I'm going to give you a few seconds to think about it. Look at our words and our pictures. If we look at our picture, we can see that Charlie is waking up his brother Mouse. And in the words, Charlie is talking about the neighborhood party, and we can see that the author used an exclamation point to show that Charlie is saying that with emotion. Based on all of these clues, we can say that Charlie is excited. So I'm going to write that on our feelings map and add our clues. Let's continue reading.
The lump turned into Mouse. Mouse ran down the hall. "Mom," said Mouse. "Dad." He opened a door. He found two lumps. Mouse poked one of the lumps. "Are you awake?" "No," said the lump. "We are sleeping." "How can you be sleeping?" asked Mouse. "You are talking." "I am a mom," said the lump. "I can do what I want." The party. "Hurrah! Today is the party," shouted Charlie. "Today is the neighborhood party," shouted Mouse. "Everyone will be there," shouted Charlie. They danced around the kitchen.
So now I'm going to pause the story at this point. Who do you think is going to be at the party? Hmm. If we think about what type of party it is, it's a neighborhood party. So I have a feeling that maybe Charlie and Mouse's neighbors, the kids who live near him, are going to this party. How do Charlie and Mouse feel? Remember, we want to map our characters' feelings? I'll give you some time to think about it. So, if we look at our words, I see a lot of exclamation points. This means our characters are shouting. So they're not just saying something, they're saying something with a strong feeling. Also, if we look at the word hurrah, it is in all capital letters. That means that the author wanted to put emphasis on this word. It's like they are cheering. Another clue to tell us how Charlie is feeling is that he and his brother Mouse are dancing around in the kitchen while the mom and dad are just standing there and they look kind of tired. So for this page, and what I'm going to add to our characters' feeling map, is that they are feeling happy. They're feeling happy that today is a neighborhood party. We're going to keep on reading for another couple pages.
Where is the party going to be? Asked Dad. It is at the playground, said Charlie. When is it going to be? Asked Mom. Now, said Charlie. Sounds fun, said Dad. I'll bring cookies. The four of them set out. They pulled Blanket in the wagon. They brought cookies. Halfway down the street, Charlie and Mouse saw Helen and Lily and Sam. Helen and Lily were climbing a tree. Sam was watching. Where are you going? Asked Lily. Today is the neighborhood party, shouted Mouse. Come on. Helen and Lily and Sam followed the wagon. A few houses down, Charlie and Mouse saw Jack and Max. Jack and Max were digging a hole. Where are you going? Asked Jack. Today is the neighborhood party, shouted Charlie. Come on. Jack and Max followed Helen and Lily and Sam, who followed the wagon. When they turned onto Woodland Avenue, Charlie and Mouse saw Tess and Lottie. Tess and Lottie were playing on the porch. Where are you going? Asked Tess. Today is the neighborhood party, shouted everyone. Come on. Tess and Lottie followed Jack and Max, who followed Helen and Lily and Sam, who followed the wagon. Charlie and Mouse passed Spencer's house. They passed Marley's house. They passed Nora Ann's house. Baby Sylvia rode in the wagon with Blanket. Soon they could all see the playground. Hurrah! Shouted Charlie. Soon we will be at the party. They got to the playground. The playground was empty. Nobody was there. It was the best party ever.
I'm going to stop our story here and ask you a few questions. Why wasn't anyone at the party? If we look at this page and all of the kids there, I think maybe they brought themselves to the party. Charlie met up with a lot of his friends and they all followed him to the playground. Was Charlie disappointed that no one was there? We can look for a picture for clues on page 17. It doesn't look like anyone's disappointed. And if we look at our last sentence, it was the best party ever. I don't think Charlie was disappointed. I think he was having a lot of fun with his friends at the playground. So I'm going to add that as my last clue that Charlie and Mouse are happy. And we're going to stop reading on this page and we're going to finish the rest of the book next week. Let's revisit our characters' feelings map. As we started reading, we filled in 2 emotions in our characters' feelings map. We said that our characters, Charlie and Mouse, are excited, and the clues that we noticed was that Charlie is waking up his brother and Charlie is talking about the neighborhood party. The next emotion is that they're happy. And we know because Charlie is shouting. Remember when he said, "Hurrah! Today's the neighborhood party"? And then we notice in the picture that Charlie and Mouse are dancing around in the kitchen while the mom and dad are looking tired and standing around. And where we left off, no one was at the park and they ended up having the best party ever. So these are 2 strong emotions that our characters felt in our story. They felt excited and happy. So here's a recap of what we did today. We started reading Charlie and Mouse. We worked on identifying how characters feel as we read. And we looked for clues in the words and pictures to help us figure out or infer how our characters are feeling. Knowing how characters feel help us better understand what is happening in the story. Remember, when you're reading a fiction story on your own, pay attention to how your characters feel. If you notice that a character is feeling a certain way, like sad or angry or happy or excited, you can write that feeling on a sticky note or even draw a face to show the character's feeling. So that leads into your activity for today. I would like for you to read a fiction story. Choose a part of the story where the character is showing a strong emotion. For example, if I was doing this activity, I would choose where Mouse and Charlie were dancing in the kitchen because that is a very good page in the words and in the pictures showing a strong emotion. And I want you to write a few sentences about how the character feels and how do you know they feel that way. Think about what I did during this lesson. I looked for clues in the words, in the text, and in the pictures. And of course, when you're done, take a picture of your work and upload it to the portfolio page. I just want to remind you guys that you should be reading every day in any way. You can read a book that you own at home or that you brought home from school. You can read a book online from razkids.com. You can read a book online from Clever. There's an app, or you can go to clever.com. I introduced this in my last Reader's Workshop lesson. If you need login information, I have a video from a show and tell that I can give to you. And you can find read alouds on YouTube. That's where I found our story for today. So if you don't have a book at home, but you know about a book that you would like to read, chances are that there are read alouds on YouTube with people reading them for you. So you can watch and listen. If you have any questions about today's lesson or the activity, please let me know. If you would like any story recommendations, I would also be willing to give those to you. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.